The Companion Bible Appendices. This is a series on the appendices contained in the back of the Companion Bible, edited by EW Bullinger and his staff. This is for those of you that may not have access to a Companion Bible, and for those of you that may like to listen to another viewpoint from a great theologian such as Dr. EW Bullinger. The references and notes to the text in the companion column and the appendices were compiled and written by EW Bullinger, translating and utilizing the Massorah. The Massorah, like foot and side notes to the text, are only found in the oldest and the best Hebrew manuscripts. See Appendix 30. Appendix 3. Genesis finds its complement in the Apocalypse. On your screen you will notice two columns. On the left is Genesis, and on the right is Apocalypse. This is to show the similarities and the direct correlations between the first book of the Bible and the final book of the Bible. Let's begin. 1. Genesis, the book of the beginning. Apocalypse, the book of the end. 2. Genesis, the earth created. 2. Apocalypse, the earth passed away. 3. Genesis, Satan's first rebellion. Apocalypse, Satan's final rebellion. 4. Genesis, sun, moon, and stars for earth's government. Apocalypse, sun, moon, and stars connected with earth's judgment. 5. Genesis, sun to govern the day. Apocalypse, no need of the sun. 6. Genesis, darkness called night. Apocalypse, no night there. 7. Genesis, waters called seas. Apocalypse, no more sea. 8. Genesis, a river for earth's blessing. Apocalypse, a river for the new earth. 9. Genesis, man in God's image. Apocalypse, man headed by one in Satan's image. 10. Genesis, entrance of sin. Apocalypse, development and end of sin. 11. Genesis, curse pronounced. Apocalypse, no more curse. 12. Genesis, death entered. Apocalypse, no more death. 13. Cherubim first mentioned in connection with man. Genesis. In Apocalypse, cherubim finally mentioned in connection with man. 14. Genesis, man driven out from Eden. Apocalypse, man restored. 15. Genesis, tree of life guarded. Apocalypse, right to the tree of life. 16. Genesis, sorrow and suffering enter. Apocalypse, no more sorrow. 17. Genesis, man's religion, art, and science resorted to for enjoyment, apart from God. Apocalypse, no man's religion, luxury, art, and science, in their full glory judged and destroyed by God. 18. Genesis, Nimrod, a great rebel and king and hidden anti-God, the founder of Babylon. Apocalypse, the beast, the great rebel, a king, and manifested anti-God, or antichrist. That means before Christ, instead of Christ. The reviver of Babylon. 19. Genesis, a flood from God to destroy an evil generation. Apocalypse, a flood from Satan to destroy an elect generation. 20. Genesis, the bow, the token of God's covenant with the earth. Apocalypse, the bow, betokening God's remembrance of his covenant with the earth. 21. Genesis, Sodom and Egypt, the place of corruption and temptation. Apocalypse, Sodom and Egypt again, spiritually representing Jerusalem. 22. Genesis, a confederacy against Abraham's people overthrown. Apocalypse, a confederacy against Abraham's seed overthrown. 23. Genesis, marriage of first Adam. Apocalypse, marriage of last Adam. 24. Genesis, a bride sought for Abraham's son Isaac and found. Apocalypse, a bride made ready and brought to Abraham's son. 25. Genesis, two angels acting for God on behalf of his people. Apocalypse, two witnesses acting for God on behalf of his people. 26. Genesis, a promised seed to possess the gate of his enemies. Apocalypse, the promised seed coming into possession. 27. Genesis, man's dominion ceased and man's dominion ceased and Satan's begun. Apocalypse, Satan's dominion ended and man's restored. 28. The old serpent, Genesis. The old serpent causing sin, suffering, and death, Apocalypse. The old serpent bound for 1,000 years. 29. Genesis. The doom of the old serpent pronounced. Apocalypse. The doom of the old serpent executed. 30. Genesis. Sun, moon, and stars associated with Israel. Apocalypse. Sun, moon, and stars associated again with Israel.